What's going on, YouTube? It's me, Busy Pete. Today we got something a little bit different, a little bit extra. I have been busy today. Oh man, I spent part of my day today to do a little bit of spray painting. Whew! I've been busy, and as I always am, I'm busy. But I'll show you what we've done for the past week off and on. And today I hit it hard because it's a nice, beautiful sunny day in Carlisle, Pennsylvania. Picking up a load tomorrow. Can't wait. Supposed to be going to Miami, Florida, which is a very nice load for the week to start off. They want me to do a reset. I'm okay with that. So let's get into what I've done so far for the past week. Excuse me. So update on the Pete. This is what's going on today. As you can see, look at that gorgeous motor for you guys that like the eye candy of the Caterpillar. How she look, fellas? Comment down below. Look at that. I painted the oil canister for the power steering pump. I painted the compressor as well on a light coat. I didn't put too much on there. I painted this the housing for the fuel filter. Painted the dipstick a little bit so it's not so noticeable. Did a little bit here and there. Painted the bottom half of the motor a little bit on the oil pan. I got a little overspray from the black paint, so I didn't realize that I had to cover the oil pan, so I had to do a little touch up on the oil pan. It was previously painted. So as you can see, I painted the frame on the front of the Pete. Check that out. You know, I am not a professional, but I made it look decent for right now, just so that I know that the rust, as you can see, has been covered up. I'm just trying to cover the rust up a little bit to slow down the rusting process of an old rusty Peter. I mean, why not, right? I mean, you gotta do something here, y'all. Alright, and I'll show you the other side here over the turbo side. Check it out here, y'all. I painted the frame over here. I had to retouch up the oil pan a little bit. My oil filter turned black a little bit. Painted the springs as I did on the other side. Painted over here, and I did a little bit of the front of the motor. And I did the balancer for the motor, top half of it. I got a little bit of the yellow left, so if I crank it and I see it one day, I'll just kind of hit it a little bit. I even did the front half of the motor as well. On the other side, I'll show you again what I've done. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Ta-da! Look at the front of that motor. Ain't that awesome looking? I'm proud of myself today. I did something cool. See? I did the spring a little bit. See? Just trying to do some touch up, man. You know, it's old. Now, as for the firewall, I'll let the painters do that when I paint the Pete. You can see, old Petey used to be a really nice light blue. That is a nice color. I loved when she was that color. And then it was a little bit of a darker blue as well at one time. So it's had I say it's had about 3 paint jobs in its lifetime. So this is the original color, that baby blue. I imagine at one time this may have been an old Werner truck, believe it or not. And then they repainted this little bit of a darker blue. That was a pretty color too. I liked that color when it was painted that color. But I was the last knucklehead that painted this Pete. Alright, so I'm gonna go to the back side. I'm gonna kill the generator. I gotta put fuel in it anyway. So we go to the back side of the Pete. We've done a little bit of upgrading. Let's see here. Alright, so I painted the step. It ain't the greatest paint job, but it makes it look a little bit better from afar because it looked like dirt to me. And then I painted the toolbox for the top of the catwalk here. It's where I store some essentials. And then touched up the frame in a couple of spots. I only got one side. I ran out of black spray paint of all things, man. So I touched this up over here on this side of the frame. What do you guys think? Ain't that looking good? you know, trying to make her look a little bit better. And I use Rust-Oleum for right now. Okay. There you go. And I have a future video replacing this little doohickey. But the generator is doing just fine. Matter of fact, pretty tight. So we got a cool little generator. That's what I've done so far, y'all. I'm stoked. Now, I'll give you an overall gander of how PD looks, all cleaned up. Some of you have not seen the Peterbilt all clean in a while. So, if you watch a previous video of PD, there's one of the 379 of this truck. This is a 2000 model. And you can see kind of the improvements I've done in the past 2 years. So if you watch an old video of this, you will see the improvements I've done in the past few years. Check them letters out as I go by. Isn't that cool? Look how they change. Just boom. And I've had people ask me, is that real pinstriping? Yes, that is 100% old school pinstriping on that truck. It was done in 2012 or 2011 when it was done. That's painted on there as well. And then a guy, when the hood was tore up, painted this on for me right here as well. Look at the glistening, that pearl, that metallic. She'll look even better if I polished her up, which is something I've been thinking about doing, is give her a good old wax. I haven't done it since I've had the rig. She probably would love the look. But that's what you got, guys. See, got the old school spinner tires. Spinners. Look at the old look. Check out the ass. Oh, sorry. Check out the ass on that. Okay, I'm gonna be doing some more painting on the rig, slowly but surely. It's nice weather. Alright, now, this is another improvement we've done. What do you have in between that tire, Busy Bee? I finally decided to break it down and get me some Centromatics. We're giving them a test run. I had a little bit of a tire shake, and I'm gonna tell you right now, don't put weights on your tires because it don't work. And we're giving it a little bit of a try. You know, I got another driver over here. Thanks for subscribing. He works for the Ups, and we're trying to do some improvements with the old Pete. You know, I mean, constantly doing something with the Pete. I'm stuck at a truck stop till tomorrow, and I figured, well, why not kill my time and touch it up a little bit, right? And it's so nice out. I want to get some transparent stuff for my letters I got for the back of the sleeper. I would do that today, but nope, not today. But anywho, something I was going to tell you guys. Something important. Can't remember. Oh, and I'm sad to say that I was going to do a giveaway for you guys, but things aren't working out for me right now with what I'm doing, so it might be a little while longer for a giveaway. It just ain't going to happen right now. I'm just having some hard times just like everybody else in this country. I'm trying to stay healthy, and I'll figure something out later on. I got to read more into the details with the giveaway because I don't know much about it, so I will have to read more into details from YouTube and see what the rules, regulations, and all that is. You know, I haven't really sat down and done it yet, and I don't want to get myself in trouble with the giveaway if I'm doing something wrong to get more subs. So I'm sorry, but you know, but leave me if you have to, but forgive me. You know, I'm being honest, is that I don't want to get myself in a legal dispute with somebody over a giveaway that may have went wrong. You know what I'm saying? So I'm going to look more into it. I've heard a few guys have some issues on YouTube with giveaways and stuff, and got some legalities and stuff done with it, and I don't want to get in trouble. So I want to make sure my nose is clean. That way I don't get myself in trouble, you know. So I want to do it right and not have any issues at all. So I'm sorry, you know, but we're going to look more into this and make sure I'm doing everything right in the YouTube right way. So, but anyway, you will still have, you know, it'd still be same good content as I'm trying to give to you guys, and I'm trying to make the best of it anyways. Now, on to other things. You know, I'm trying to still keep working through the COVID-19. Where I work, you know, you're still able to work and stay busy, you know, but I'm going to be sitting today and tomorrow. It's just how it's been, you know. Usually it's how it is when things are slow, but I've heard of a lot of things going on with the COVID-19 with all this, so pray for me, guys. We're checking into, you know, the small business stuff that they're offering through our government. Don't hurt to look into it, you know, but we're kind of peeking at it a little bit, and then trying to maybe improve the Pete a little bit. But we are going to have some good content coming really soon. I am going to have to replace the front rear end possibly, or replace a yoke on the front differential for this thing. I got some stuff going on with it, you know. It's kind of serious, and I'm just trying to make do with what I can. And I'm hoping within 3 weeks it holds off, and then I'm going to put it in the shop. I'm going to have the front differential worked on. It's just things like that. It just kind of puts me behind. But I have been very well blessed with everything here lately. I had to defer the payment on the truck a little bit. They just said, I would suggest you to take this, and I went and took what they offered to help me get ahead on that. And then there's some other stuff that's going on at home, and we got that taken care of. So pretty much all the money I'm getting right now, it's going right back into the Peterbilt like it was before, but just this time I can completely do it with no problem. So once the rear ends are fixed, you're going to see a lot of big changes on the old Pete. And I am working on the mechanicals right now. The main thing is what we're working on is have the vibration checked out. I got it narrowed down to it's possibly the rear end going bad on it again, maybe some bearings or something. And then once I get that done, we're going to change the radiator. It is leaking, by the way. I just can't win with the radiator. I patched it once, and now it's gotten to where I have to absolutely change it as soon as I can. The rubber gasket on top has gone bad, but if anybody knows how, or if it's cheaper to have a radiator shop fix that, or would it be cheaper just to buy a whole new radiator? You know what I mean? I found a radiator for about $1,200 at a place in Terre Haute, Indiana. It's not a bad deal considering you go to Peterbilt and you spend about $2,500. That is a lot of money just for a radiator to me. Save where you can, and that's just what you do. But up and up, that's what's going on with me. Is like I'm trying to stay busy and trying to keep my mind sane with all this going on, you know. And like today, I am craving a good cheeseburger, like a good diner cheeseburger, and you can't go into a diner that well anymore to get what you want. And it's like, oh, so I guess I'll have to settle for Wendy's. Yay! I can't go into Petra because they got the kitchen closed over here. That sucks too. So, and I hope that our country will get back into shape again, and this virus will eventually just die out and disappear. You know, because I feel bad for a lot of people that it isn't working right now. You know, if there's a way I could help people still work, I mean, you know, I'd do it. But I'm a one guy company, you know, so I'm the only guy driving this truck right now. I have thought about teaming with somebody, but not in this truck, no way. And if I did team, it'd be family. So, oh yeah. By the way, I had someone spot me, and they put it in their YouTube video. So Just Trucking, it was good to see you recognize my rig in South Carolina. That's cool that you said it's the coolest UPS truck you ever saw. He had a video he was doing. It was It was, the guy's name's Just Trucking, and he did one of No Cheap Freight is what it's called. And about 6 minutes into it, you will see me driving in the Love's truck stop. And that day I was actually getting the Citromatics put in my rig, and then I was getting the step fixed. That's the other thing I forgot to tell y'all. My step's been broke for some time. I hit a hunk of metal in the middle of the road at night, and I couldn't see it until I got up on it, and I'm like, whoa! So this is what happened back in December. This got all busted up really bad, and I just put temporary till I could get home, and then I didn't fix it, and then turned back around. The bracket here broke, and this was fixed once before, and it was welded and all that from a previous owner. And then somebody did this over at the Lust for me. Used a mud flap bracket holder, you know, for the mud flap itself. And then they put a bunch of screws and bolts and everything in. That thing ain't going anywhere anytime soon. So I hope she holds up for a little while and works out pretty well for me. But anyway, guys, is that I'm trying to replace these steps ASAP. But the main thing I have to worry about is, honestly, you have to worry about what makes the truck go down the road. The pretty stuff can come later. I love to put some pretty stuff on the rig, but a pretty rig don't get you down the road. What makes it go is what makes money. So I'm thinking ahead now, but versus before I was worried more about the pretty stuff. Then I realized you need to fix what makes the money going down the road. So with everything pushed back for home and the peat and everything, I can now take all the money that I got right now and keep putting it back for the next few weeks until I got to make that initial payment again. And then I can take that money and fix what's broke on this peat. There's a few things on this truck that's been broke for a while. The vibration has been on this truck since I've had it. I can't figure out where it's at. I thought it was a rim, I thought it was tires. I mean, I put a lot of money in it. Transmission was going out, the rear end's going out, and everything else. Now it's like, it's still there. What the hell? So I'm taking it to a person in Terre Haute, Indiana that specializes in suspension, drivetrain, all that makes it roll down the road. And we're going to find what the heck this is, okay? If it's a rim, I'm going to put another rim on it. And I got an idea for some rims. You will see that later on. That's the last thing I'm going to do with this. And then, you know, I'm just trying to improve and make what's safe, and also what makes it safe going down the road so I won't break down. And prevention. I can't stress that enough. With any vehicle you have to do preventative maintenance and stay up on the preventive maintenance and stay consistent with it. You feel something funky going on, you take that sucker in the shop right then and there, because it could put you on the side of the road, son. So you got to think of like that. Treat it as if it was your race car, is how I put it. In a race car, you have to test, tune, tweak, whatever you got to do to keep that sucker running A1 for that race. So I got to keep my peat ready for the race, the run, the money, you know. And this is your money maker. This is your bread and butter. So you got to make sure you have your truck 100%. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I'm trying to do all along with this YouTube channel. Is like, I'm trying to keep this peat going at the same time. There is some other things I like to do, but I'm thinking, okay, the bike I have, yeah, I can get her up and running. The Mustang, yeah, I could do some work to the Mustang. But what's more important, you know, bringing home the bacon for the home life, or, you know, well, let me rephrase this. Bringing home money to be able to work on this truck and make sure your home life is taken care of, or have a nice car at home and it sit there and you're not using it all the time. So that's how I look at that, you know. And it always makes the person feel good when they got a nice vehicle. And I have people telling me all the time, you know, like, Busy Bee, that's a nice vehicle, that's a nice truck. Thanks, I appreciate it. It's a lot of hard work, trust me. And you know, and that hard work is really put me in a pinch. But you know, I know in time it'll be a good truck. I almost got rid of it a while back, but the bank said no on the financing. So I was like, you know what? I'll just keep driving it. And probably by the time this thing's paid off, it should be 100% like I want. And then we can redo some things, you know. And the paint's peeling here and there. It's an old truck. What do you expect, you know? And so that's what's going on with me this week, you know. And I'm sorry that, you know, I can't do the giveaway right now. I'm just trying to do what's right for me and my family, you know, and I promise you that when things pick up with the channel, that I will eventually go back into learning I am going to, okay, rephrase it. I'm going to figure out how you're supposed to do a giveaway without getting yourself in trouble with YouTube. I want to make it one heck of a good giveaway, and I want to make it something special for my viewers, and I want it to be something memorable, and everybody like, man, that is so cool. You know, I'm going to knock it out of the park. You know, I mean, if God's willing, we could do a vehicle or something maybe, or, you know, just something that is easy to transport, you know, within the U.S. and Canada maybe. So, I don't know. We'll figure it out. It might be something minor, do like something with merch maybe later on. I don't know. You know, I mean, the possibilities are ever, like I say, all things are possible, you know, and I'm just trying to do some cool stuff for you guys and give you good content, you know. Even through the COVID-19 going on, is like, you know, it's hard to figure out what can I do for content, and it's hard to figure out what to give you on content, you know. And I could have showed you painting and all that while I'm doing that, and some people are like, that's just so boring. But to me, you know, to somebody, they might be learning something. I'm not the greatest painter, you know, but I made the best of it. And I made sure to let you know, I made sure I was away from all the other rigs so that I would not get overspray onto their truck. I do consider that. And I made sure there was plenty of space away from me, so no overspray got on anybody's rigs and their cars or whatever, you know. And I think about things like that, you know. And some people don't think ahead. Well, you gotta think ahead when you're painting. And somebody be like, what the hell? You know, I mean, think ahead when you do stuff, guys. Alright, so we're going to wrap this video up. I hope you enjoyed the content. We'll catch you later. This is Busy Bee, and I'm here to say all things are possible. I made this rig look a little better today. And, you know, do a little paint here and there, you know, to make it look good. Steps look better than what they did. It looked kind of trashy back there to me. And it just kind of made everything just kind of blend in with the ugly back there to me. And then I'm just trying to, you know, it's summertime, so you want your rig to look a little better. And then I am probably going to look into a grinder here soon and probably learn how to do some polishing on the Pete. We'll see how that goes. And anyway, have a good week, y'all. This is Busy Bee. And I always say, all things are possible, you know, through Christ Jesus. So you have a blessed day, and hope everything works out for your week. And pray for me, people, because I'm trying to do the best I can and stay healthy out here. And I see some drivers that worry me. They're not wearing masks and stuff when they're walking in buildings. Like, come on, man, be safe out here. And I'm like, get away, you know. And I miss the social distancing, because there's some people I do love and care about out here, and I can't give them a hug. This guy needs a huge hug, man. It's hard. You know, I'm the type of guy, I'll give you a hug. You know, that's just how I am. It's good to meet you, hug. You know, I mean, that's how I am. But I can't deal like, yeah, man. It's hard. So catch you later. Peace out. God bless y'all. Later. And God bless.